Hello, 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 everyone. It is 2018, and this is the first week of January. It's Sunday, and it's January the 7th. And I just wanted to acknowledge my mother. She was born September the 7th, 1936. And she passed away September the 29th, 2015. They got the year on here that she was born wrong. Her name is Annie Lou Clemens Galloway, but she also had Annie Lou Clemens Sibley Galloway, because her first husband was my brother's father and her second husband was Galloway, and she never remarried. My mother passed at 79 years old. She was born with a weak heart, so unfortunately when you're born with a weak heart, your heart only gets weaker with age unless you do stuff that may prevent that from happening. Like, there's certain things you can do to prevent that from happening, from your heart getting weaker with age. A certain type of foods that you could eat or whatever you could do to make your chances, better. So my mother was this wonderful person. She had this great, wonderful heart. Everybody who knew her loved her because they knew that she was this great person. She always cared about everybody too. She wasn't like, how some people are selfish and they only care about people around them. She cared about everyone she encountered, kind of like my grandmother had this great big heart. I was proud to have her as a mother, but I never said that to her, but I was thankful I had such a good, caring, loving mother. I had a mother who was beautiful. If I was a pretty girl or attractive, I told people many a time, I said, if I'm pretty or attractive, believe me, that's because of my mother was very good looking. My mother was a good looking woman. I said, so if I'm nice looking and pretty to y'all, it's only because I'm taking after her. Because she was a natural beauty and stuff. That's the only reason. If I do look pretty to people, I let them know it's because I'm taking after my mother. I just told them straight up. But anyway, I just wanted to focus on how society doesn't seem to care about our food intake. So based on the health department rules, when we eat food every single day, there's a certain portion of food that we naturally supposed to take in every day. There's a certain amount of water, there's a certain amount of fruit and fiber, there's a certain amount of protein, vegetables, wheat, grain, calcium. There's a normal and natural portion that we're supposed to take every single day, and we don't. People only take this when they're on strict diets. People don't naturally eat the right portions of food every day, because if we ate the right portions of food every single day that our bodies needed, we would be in optimum health. We'd be in really good health. Now, the purpose of being in good health is so that you will live a long life, and also so that you won't die of sicknesses and diseases, mainly diseases, because you shouldn't have to really die of no sicknesses. You should be able to be cured of sicknesses, but diseases are different. Diseases are something that can kill you, like cancer. Those are not sicknesses. Those are diseases. They can kill you. Hard problems and things like that. Heart problems are caused by your diet. They're caused by smoking, drinking, not eating a proper diet, being overweight. You could be born with a weak heart in my mother's case, which makes things even more difficult. But you have to be careful in your normal diet so that you can live longer, so that you will not die because of a disease. Basically, you want to keep your body at an optimum health so that you will not die of a disease. You can die of a sickness, but you don't have to die of a disease. You don't have to end up with cancer and all these other things. But you have to take in certain portions. Your body needs a certain amount of vitamins and nutritions every single day. It also needs a certain amount of water every day. But because the body is wonderfully made, it makes up for whatever you don't do. It has a metabolism of its own. It fights off a lot of things, and it recreates artificial type of things. If you put the wrong type of stuff in your body, it'll act like it's the right stuff, and you'll get too much of the wrong stuff in your system. So in saying that, it's up to us to take in the right portions. You could probably Google your height, your weight, your race, and based on that, ask what portions of food should you take in it on a daily basis, and what different types of food should you actually eat every day for maximum optimum health. So this is the real reason why we're overweight, because the grocery stores don't care. Nobody cares. It's only up to us to care about what kind of foods we should put in our bodies. We're not forced to eat healthy, so it's up to us. They don't even tell us, they tell you what portions to take in, but nobody really listens to that unless they're on a strict diet. Nobody really believes that. So when you go out to eat, 99% of the time, when they give you your food, whether it's steak, rice, chicken, vegetables, potatoes, whatever, they're basically giving you too much of what you need. You may be getting too much starch, or you may be getting too much carbohydrates, whatever. But they're always giving you more than what you need. This is why when you finish eating, you're full every time you go out to eat. Because the restaurants, the typical restaurants, not the upscale ones, because the upscale ones really give you portions, and they're kind of small portions. I never really been to the really upscale. But the regular restaurants are giving you too much food. And so what that's doing for you is you're overeating. And the more that you overeat, the bigger you're going to get. If you eat in portions every single day, then overweight won't be an issue for you. But that's the problem. When we go out to eat, the restaurant people, they want to make sure that we eat good. So they won't give us portions of food. They'll give us a lot of food. Just like today, I ordered tilapia. I ordered brown rice and vegetables. They gave me tons of brown rice, which is probably more of the portion of what I supposed to eat. They gave me tons of vegetables, which was probably more the portion that I supposed to took in. And they gave me 2 pieces of fish that, tilapia fish, that when you break when you break the fish, you end up with 4 pieces. So that's more than enough of what is daily recommended. But this is what they do when you order food. So they basically keep you in a situation where you're going to be watching your weight, or you're going to be overweight. They don't realize it though, because they're just trying to make money, and they're trying to make sure you're full. So the real reasons why people are overweight, well, one of them is you have a fat gene. If you have a fat gene, then you'll be able to be 300 and 500 pounds. But you have to be born with that fat gene. Other than that, the reasons why people gain weight, because they take in large portions of what your body needs. This is why when I ate today, when I took in the rice and the vegetables, I wasn't able to finish it because my body only needed what my body needed. So I got full and I couldn't eat any more rice and vegetables because they didn't give me the right proportion that I need. They gave me more than what I needed. The fish, again, they say it's 2 pieces, but when you break it, you can actually feed 4 people with the fish they gave me. And so I wasn't able to eat all of the fish either, because it was a large portion of it. So I'll be able to eat that later on. But this is how you get fat when you go out. Because when you're going out to eat, again, the restaurants are giving you large portions of food. When you order food, you also are getting more than what you're supposed to eat. Like when you order, like for example, when my daughter ordered chicken lo mein, and that came with vegetable fried rice, and my niece Trinity ordered General chicken with vegetable fried rice, that was enough to feed probably a good 2 to 3 people, you know, easy. And she sat up there and ate almost all of it, and my daughter ate practically almost all of it. So this is what causes people to be overweight. It's not what they eat, but it's the portion of it that they eat. So if you eat large portions of food all the time, you're always eating more than what is recommended by the Department of Health. Like, let's say you're supposed to have a breakfast in the morning. Let's say you're supposed to have grits, sausage, and egg, but you have 5 eggs and you have 5 pieces of bacon and you have tons and tons of grits and you have 2 and 3 pieces of toast, and you do this every single day. The only thing that you're doing to yourself is you're causing yourself to be overweight. You're causing whatever kind of health problems to happen to you, like high cholesterol, heart attacks, high blood pressure, cancers. You're actually killing yourself because you're trying to make sure you're full. And so you're taking in all this food, and then the media and society doesn't help because they teach you to take in a lot of food. They want you to take in a lot of food. They want you to be overweight, and sometimes they're health conscious and sometimes they're not. So if you want to risk your chances of dying of diseases, then we're going to have to take in only certain portions of food every day. And we're going to have to make sure we get a well-balanced meal. A well-balanced meal means that you get all of the vitamins required that your body needs for the day. A lot of people are not willing to do that with food, so they have multiple vitamins. So they take those. But there's fruit, there's vegetables, there's grains, there's wheat, there's protein, and there's liquids that need to be taken. You need your calcium, and you need your water, and you need your juices, and you need your vegetables. According to the health departments, you need your nuts too. You need your nuts and your grains and your wheats. According to the health department, these are things that they want you to put into your body every single day. But let's face it, everybody does not do that. One day you may put a little calcium in your body, and the next day you may put some protein in your body. Next day you may put some vegetables and fruits, but you don't always put the whole full balance in your body. And so after doing that for very long periods of time, because it takes many years for your body to break down, because your body has an immune system that fights off stuff 24 hours a day. It's fighting off all kinds of stuff, even the stuff you put in it that don't belong in it. So it takes a long time for you to end up with a health problem from eating junk food or taking in too much cholesterol or taking in too much carbohydrates. It takes a long time for a person to end up with a disease because of their food intake. So 99% of the time, that's what it is. It's your food intake. So if you really care about missing out on catching all these health problems, if you seriously care about it, I would recommend a liquid vitamin, even though I'm not a health professional. I would recommend a few 6 to 7 glasses of water a day. I would recommend a green tea. You should take a green tea at least once or twice a day because it cleanses your body out and it has antioxidants in it. You should definitely take a fruit every single day, whether it's an apple, an orange, a peach, a grape. You need your fruit intake, and also get a thing that grinds up your vegetables and fruits and start drinking them, because they'll get into your system better. They'll detoxicate your body. They will cause your skin and your hair, your nails to grow. They will cause circulation in your brain, so your memories will come back. They'll even help you with stress and depression and mood swings. So you have to buy the thing that grinds up the vegetables and the fruits and just drink that. You can drink that at least twice a day, maybe even once a day. Don't be afraid to take herbs like tea bag herbs and break them up and put them in your hot water and drink them. Don't be afraid to do that at least once or twice a week, because the key is to look good and healthy, but the main key that's even beyond that is to put yourself in a situation where you won't have to die of any kind of diseases. You won't have to die of a heart attack or stroke. You won't have to die of cancer. You won't have to die of any tumors. You won't have to die of all these different things because of food or even environment, alcohol, cigarettes. Other things like that can cause you not to have good health either. Even me, I need to do that more often myself. Take in as much natural products as we can, because unfortunately a lot of chemicals can also cause health problems later in life. They can cause cancers and stuff later in life. So the more natural stuff we take in, the better off we're going to be in the long run, because you're not just eating for the day like the media and society wants you to think. You're eating for survival. You're eating so you can live, and so you can live a long life. So for the new year 2018, I recommend liquid vitamins, and if you're going to have, or chewable vitamins. If you're not going to take chewable and liquids, then you're going to have to take your solid vitamins, and you're going to have to be willing to chew them up so they can get into your system. When you go to the grocery store, you go to the fresh part, get your fresh vegetables, your tomatoes, your celeries, every vegetable you could think of. Grind it up and have yourself a nice cup of detoxing, because that's what that'll be doing. Not only will it detox your body when you drink this stuff, it'll also cause your fat tissues to, go down, so you'll end up losing weight behind this. But only if you do this daily. Only if you do it daily, you're going to see results. So every day you would have to have your glass of vegetables and fruits, because that would keep your body at its maximum body. See, everybody has a height and a weight, but you all supposed to weigh a certain amount based on your height. You don't supposed to be weighing over that. So if you're weighing over that, you're already not as healthy as you should be. You're already subjecting yourself to possible stuff happening to you later in life. So the key is to get to your ideal weight. If you're 5'4", you need to be weighing between 120 to 130. That's as most as you should be weighing if you're 5'4". No matter how good you carry your weight, you shouldn't be weighing 150, 160. But we live in a society now where people are saying that's okay. But if we continue to be weighing more than what our optimal height is, we subject ourselves later in life to possible cancers and so forth. Your immune system is based on you developing cancers, heart diseases, and all of that. It depends on how healthy you keep yourself and how much food you keep in your body and how strong your immune system is to begin with. And are you doing things to build up your immune system to keep it stronger? So that's all I just wanted to share with how the reasons why we are obese in America and why we're overweight is because when we go out to eat, they give us large portions of food. I went to a few months ago, I went to that Italian place, Olive Garden, and I had no idea how nice that place was. At least the one I went to, that was like going to a real genuine restaurant. And I thought the Olive Garden was like going to Applebee's or something like that, but it wasn't. It was a really nice looking place, and the food was really, really nice, but it was a decent portion of it, so it did fill you up. And they even gave you a nice glass of wine, and it was just really, really nice. I didn't even know that Olive Garden was nice like that. I thought it was a really down-to-earth place, but it was kind of nice. But the portion was so good that I was really satisfied with the food. I was actually full, but it was because they served breadsticks. And when I see breadsticks, I don't mean those hard breadsticks. I mean nice, soft, long pieces of bread with garlic and all that on it and sauce. And these were just something you ate while you waited for your food. And that alone was very filling. It was very satisfying because it had wheat, and plus they also gave you a salad before your food came. You had your salad and you had your bread, and it was just very satisfying. But anyway, like I was saying, for the new year, not only will we make strive to be better this year in certain goals and things that we want to accomplish, but also let's strive to be healthier too. Let's take more vitamins. Let's take in more juices and vegetables. Let's try to eat lesser portions of food so that we won't let our body do information overload. Even nuts. You'll sit there and you'll eat tons and tons of nuts because your body needs those nuts. It needs those nutrition. And it could be a way of your body saying, man, you've really been lacking in these nut area. And so the body makes you want to eat lots of nuts. Like pistachios. I ate a lot of those one day. I mean, I just couldn't stop eating them. My body might have been needing them. That's another thing too. It's good to do every time you go food shopping. Buy yourself a can of nuts that have a lot of nutrition value. Nuts that are real healthy for you, like almonds and sesame seeds and cashmere's, stuff that have a lot of health properties in it. Get those type of nuts and eat those every day for a snack. Fruits and vegetables. Try to cut down on getting a lot of potato chips and snack food. And we can be healthier and we can live longer, and we won't have to die of diseases and stuff. Because that's one thing. You don't want to have to be dying of diseases. And okay, so that's all I wanted to say. This is Linda, and I just felt like talking about health, and I felt like acknowledging my mother a little bit along the way. So that's why my mother was there. Now I'm just showing the flowers. And again, I just wanted to talk to you people about being healthy. Exercise is also important too, when you can do it. If you can go to a gym and work out at a gym, do that. If you have enough rooms in your home, then go into your room and work out. If you live around too many people, then wait until nobody's home. If everybody goes to work, go into one of the rooms and put on music, and then just do some exercise and start working out a little bit in where you are. If you want to do it with music or dancing, just do that. If you can afford to take a class, take a class. And also, when the weather's nice in the spring and summer, do not hesitate to walk, because walking is good for your heart. You want your heart to be strong and active, so walking is good for your heart and your legs and all of this stuff. I do a lot of walking in the spring and in the summertime. I do not work out, but I do a lot of walking. Dancing is also good too, so if you can go out dancing a few times a week, or if you feel more comfortable going to dance classes, if you can afford dance classes, go. Just go for the workout, for the exercise reasons, and for the, and again, and we need to drink plenty of water, and we need to take our vitamins. Our liquid vitamins, and our actual vegetables. I got to go get a de-juicer this year, so that way I'll go down and I'll lose weight, because I would like to lose, like, man, I ain't going to say how much, but I would like to lose a decent amount of weight. So I need to get a juicer. So get a juicer, because a juicer will detox your body. It'll detox your mind. It'll kill all the toxins. And it'll also make you lose weight. Okay? So peace out and be healthy. And this is Linda. And peace. Shalom to my sisters and my brothers.